Welcome back to my channel. Today, finally, I've been able to do this video. I'm gonna show you a star that we that we developed back in 2012. We didn't develop the star, we used this piece of equipment. It's called 4D Pro to practice a star outside of the water. So you can do as many stars as you want. You know, we used to do eight stars at once, and then try to practice a good one. You can do a lot of combinations. You just need to think outside the box. So I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to give you some explanations, and thank you for coming back to the channel. If you don't mind, don't forget to subscribe. And later on, as you watch the video, if you like the video or you don't like it, click like or dislike and leave me a comment below. Thank you, and let's go and watch the video. As I said before, this star is one of the best stars. It's one of the best ways to practice stars. We modeled this star out of Roland Schoeman, the South African Olympic medalist, that we believe, you know, the coaches that we were at bowls, he had one of the best or the best star. So I got a video of Roland practicing a star when he was in Canada, and my coach Joseph Nagy used to coach in Canada, and he sent me this video. Used to watch it. So we did a little bit of an analysis. So we're gonna show you the analysis, and you're gonna see the way he enters the water, and the way as he his hands enter in one place, he keeps moving forward, and his feet enter past where his hands enter. I don't know if it makes sense, but you know, one of the biggest mistakes that we have with our swimmers when they do a star is that when they enter with their hands, their feet always enter right behind, and many times they slap. And I'll show you a trick at the end that is very important, that you can use on the stars, that we already talked on the breaststroke video, that if you watch it, it's going to help you. So let me show you the videos, and I'm going to try to explain to you the video. The person in the video is Michael Walker. He's a coach now. He's the assistant coach at the University of Delaware. The head coach, Pablo Marmolejo, is also in the video at the end, and he's showing. No, sorry, he's not. Mistake. But Pablo was also one of the coaches that was there helping us out. Jason Kavanagh, and this star we practiced it with Ryan Murphy, with Joseph Schoeman, with Caleb Dressel. We experimented a lot with the swimmers that we had at bowls, you know. And I think we started around 2012, I believe, or something like that. So it's been almost 9 years or 10 years. Yeah. So without talking more, here's the video, and enjoy it. Watch Roland Schoeman's dive now. Look, he takes off, beautiful dive, and watch now, boom, he's gonna enter in a 36-degree angle, and by the time his feet go in, will be in a 55-degree angle, and watch how his feet are gonna keep moving forward. On the frame above, you have Michael Walker, that I'll explain that video later, but watch his feet, boom, 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 and he's gonna enter in a 55.2 degree. That is really, really good, and that is like pretty impressive that his hands enter and his feet enter past where his hands enter. And as he does that, is capable of doing that, he's carrying so much speed that and you know, have no resistance. And once he enters the water, he really moves with his hips, and he just moves his feet to balance, kind of like a butterfly kick to balance his entry. Here you're gonna see these 4 dives. We used to do up to 8 dives at once. I think this is the first day that he was practicing this star, and look how good the star is. You know, I'm gonna go frame by frame now after the 4th dive, so we can go through each one of the movements. But this is one of the best devices to practice stars. The first thing that we see is 3 different positions of the dive. That nothing special about them, but it's easy to practice, position you well, and teaching the kid how to put the legs in the right place. In this frame, you can see how he's pushed with his hands very well. He's moving with the ball of his feet after pressing on the block, supposedly. But look at his eyes. His eyes are going to be looking at more or less the flags, at the height of the flags. Why? Because normally you think about this, wherever your eyes go, your body's going to go. And when the swimmer has a tendency of looking down right away, the body's going to go down right away. So this is, look at this position. It's beautiful. Perfect. Now, as you can see, he's keep pushing his hands up, and at the same time, he's pushing the back foot high. Still, the lower foot is still on the blocks, and his eyes are still looking at the same place. So his body is going to keep moving forward. A little bit high, but he's going to keep moving forward. That's very important. You don't want to move right away the body down. Probably right here is where his hands are and his head are at the highest point. But as you can see, it looks like he's gonna start doing a butterfly stroke. So right now he's stopped pushing, and now he wants to move his hands close to his head, and his hands are gonna come down a little bit and move close to his head, and his foot is gonna keep moving up. Still, the lower foot is still on the blocks. Oh, now look at this. It's beautiful. Look, he's just taking off. He's off the ground. And thanks to this 4D Pro, he's just going to be suspended in the air, And because it's a little bit bouncy, he's just help him get off the ground pretty well. And look, his higher foot is still going up. His hands are coming close to his body, and they're going to go close to his head so he can really start looking for the streamline. His lower foot is going to move to the higher foot. So remember, one of the biggest problems that we have with the athletes is that the lower foot at one point stays there, and then the higher foot meets the lower foot. So pay attention to that. As you can see, this is probably the first time that he's looking at the water. His hands have gone from above his body, close to his lats, and they've been moving towards his head. And his lower foot is trying to catch the higher foot. And look at this. What a beautiful position outside of the water. Isn't this great? Here again, you can see the lower foot trying to find the higher foot, and he is now looking, his eyes are perpendicular to the bottom of the pool, and his hands are trying to find that streamline. Very good position. And look, totally suspended in the air. Now he's finding that streamline, perfect streamline, and his lower foot is finding the higher foot. Right here, you can see how that star is going to be just awesome. And look at both of his feet. As you can see, what do you see there? His toes are starting to crawl down. That's a very important position. Now, the hard part is going to be that he's going to have to touch the ground. And that's going to, have an impact on his shoulders. Not hard, not impact in a bad way, but so the streamline won't be perfect, but it's really, really close. Now, you can see that was a beautiful start. And you can see, look at his toes right there. It's in the perfect position, so his body keeps moving forward. Now, you can see a little bit his back is not in the right position. It's just because his hands are stopping the ground. But if you can master this type of position, once you enter, your hands are going to be, your body's going to be in such a great angle that your feet are going to be traveling forward, and will never splash the water. And once you enter, you'll be able to just really, bend your knees a little bit. Not bend your knees and bend your feet, so you can have a perfect streamline and a perfect start. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's you have to be careful too. We always talk about liability, and I'll explain in another video how you can make how you can use the 4D Pro and how you can make it safe for to have how you can put it in a belt so you can do these dives. And we'll talk about a progression, and I'll prepare that for another video. I think you get the idea. Very important things, just use your feet. Make sure that your lower foot goes up to your higher foot. Right? When you take off, do not look down to the bottom of the pool. Right? When you take off, make sure that if you're a swimmer, you look towards the flags just for a moment, so your body can move forward. Because remember, when you swim, when you dive, wherever your eyes go, your body's gonna go very quickly. Right? So think about it. I think Roland Schoeman, besides being an amazing swimmer, a good friend, had an amazing start. So go and find videos of him and try to see. You don't have to do the same start than him, but you can learn. So you can see Ryan Murphy, Joseph Schooling, Santo Condorelli, or Caleb Dressel. Our thought process was this star. They started, all the coaches, we talk about how to teach a star like that and teach them how to take off the blocks. And each one of them has developed in a different way. And that's something that as a coach, you need to learn. You know, each swimmer can feel things differently, and they're going to adapt that star to the best of them. And you have to allow that too. Right? For sure, there's many things that we can talk about the star. Leave me a comment if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I really thank you for coming back to the channel. You know, it's for me, it's an honor to be able to share things. I had great coaches working with me, young coaches, Michael Walker, Pablo Marmolejo, John Sakovic, Jason Kalanuk, Peyton Brooks. The Peyton Brooks works with me now at Virginia Tech. And you know, if I had an idea and I said, hey, why wouldn't we try to do a start or this or that, they would go out there and try to do it, or they would come up with some amazing thoughts of how to create a pulley system and this and that. So as a coach, find people that you trust to work with you, people that you believe have talent, and you're going to learn things from them and help them develop. That's not about stars, but just last minute advice or thought process. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.